So you think of taking your own life. I appreciate that right now it feels unbearable. And the hopelessness and the helplessness that you feel makes you believe that it's better for you and everyone else if this was just to end. And that is a completely rational decision. But actually research has shown that very often that decision hasn't been fully thought through. And not due consideration has been made for the current crisis, possible consequences and alternate solutions. Now ultimately it's your choice, but I'm certainly not advocating it. But I'd like to invite you to explore a few alternate perspectives. The first is, we often say that suicide is a long-term solution to a short-term problem. Very often is not as dire as you first think it is. And because you're feeling in a place of helplessness and hopelessness, you're not really reaching out to others who may be able to help you out and resolve the issues that you feel are just unbearable right now. So I really suggest a delay. Put it off for another month. What have you got to lose? You know, you never know. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe something will happen. I'm not suggesting it can overnight improve, but maybe it'll just be a little bit more tolerable. The second thing is that evidence has shown that, you know, people who have tried to commit suicide but still lived on, about 80% of them were pleased they didn't die. So what does that say? And then the third thing I want to say is that, you know, when you free yourself from pain, very often you're not getting rid of it, you're just passing the pain on to others, onto your loved ones, who are left with a feeling of grief for the rest of their life and guilt and confusion. So I humbly implore you to reach out and ask for help. Call 116 123. And if there is someone who you think may be in a very depressed, low state, who may be contemplating taking their own life, then have the courage to have the conversation with them. Because we need to get this talked about and out in the open.